Hey guys, so today is day 7 of 10 tips, 10 days. And every day with my tips, I've been building on lessons around how to become more powerful by mastering, navigating your subconscious parts that are blocking you and creating resistance so that you can connect with your natural intuition, inner guidance, which is what leads you to all the greatest things in your life. All right, very important. So that's what we've been doing. Today, the tip that I wanted to share is going to be about the inner child, which we started talking about yesterday. So it's going to build on the idea of the inner child, but what I really want to share today is the importance of the inner child, because most people, they don't consider the inner child very important. They think this is just sort of a nuisance thing, an emotional thing that gets in my way of me getting shit done, causes resistance and sabotages me, and, damn that inner child, such a pain in the ass, right? But actually, that's not the case. Your inner child is the source of your genius, of your highest possibilities and potential, and nobody can truly tap into their genius without really befriending and connecting with and understanding and supporting and encouraging their inner child. So that's why the inner child is really important. But there's another thing I want to tell you about the inner child that you may not know. And it was tied to what we did yesterday. So yesterday we were looking at the deepest pain of your inner child and going back and sort of looking down on your inner child during your childhood, like from almost as though in a movie, right? Almost as though in a movie, and watching the inner child and seeing how that child version of you felt predominantly and experienced things during the first 0 to 7 or maybe 0 to 10 years. Just for this core exercise, because 0 to 15 is when it creates your beliefs, but the earlier years are when these core feelings are set. So we want to look at what your inner child, what you felt, you as a child, but I want you to do that by looking down on that child as though in a movie. I don't want you to go inside the child, if that makes sense. I want you to sort of imagine looking down on your child self as though in a movie when you're a child. And I want you to sort of understand what they were predominantly feeling. So we looked at this in the last tip. But today, what I want to share is the reason why that matters so much is because our inner child's deepest pain is actually our life purpose. Let that sink in. So the thing that we most often hide from and often feel the most ashamed of or push away or most uncomfortable about, that our pain is actually pointing directly at our life purpose. Yeah, our pain creates our purpose. It creates our purpose, right? Because that's where our greatest motivation. So what does it mean to have a life purpose? It's where our greatest motivation comes from, right? It's the thing that will jump out of bed every day to do because we feel so driven to do it. It's so important to us. And why is it so important? Because it's the opposite of our pain, right? Because we don't ever want anyone to experience that worst form of pain that we experienced during those early years. So our purpose is always to help people in some way to not have to deal with that pain. And we could do that in many different ways. But that, in a sense, is going to be our purpose. So that's today's tip is to maybe begin thinking about that. And by the way, I just spent 6 months of my life creating a free tool called a vision statement tool and course. And I launched it on my birthday, so that was my whole dream, to create this amazing thing that was going to take all the work that I've been doing over these years with people, helping them find their purpose and find, their motivators and all these things, and put it into a free tool where people could do it themselves. And so I actually created it. I launched it on my birthday, which was August 13th, and it's out there, and it is changing people's lives because it shows you your life purpose. It shows you these pain, where the motivators are, where these deeper motivators are, and helps you build your life around it. So today's tip is find that deeper pain motivator thing, but use my tool. Shameless plug. It's free. It's at www.shawnphelps.com/vision tool. So Shawn Phelps is SHAWNPHELPS /vision tool. I'll put the link below. That's your tip today. Bye.